Hey guys, so today Max and I were lucky enough to interview forward Stephen Halliday, who currently plays on the Dubuque Flying Saints of the USHL and is committed to the University of North Dakota. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, so my first question is, growing up, were you always interested in hockey, or were you and your friends into other sports and hobbies?
Yeah, like I think hockey was always definitely probably the main sport I was into, but like growing up I played like a couple different sports like soccer, but obviously not as competitive as hockey, but yeah, it was like I feel like as a kid you try to like do a bunch of different sports just to make new friends and stuff like that. So I definitely did a bunch of different sports, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like the same for me. A lot of my friends also did a bunch of sports, and I still do a lot of sports. But hockey's still my main sport. I do crew as well, rowing,
Okay, gotcha.
and I play just a bunch of sports for fun.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How old were you when you first started playing hockey, and were your parents supportive of you? Were they kind of into you playing a different sport?
Oh no, yeah, my parents were definitely my biggest supporters. Also, yeah, I think it was probably around like I think I started skating when I was 5 or 6, but then I got into like organized hockey maybe like around 7 or 8.
About the same, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was about the same for me. My dad's like, "Go for it," and I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
"Okay,
for
that
sure.
that's fun." And how did you get onto a triple A team, and who were some of the people that got you onto that team? Like
Yeah,
people who helped you on the
probably.
way?
Yeah, like I just played on my local team that had a AAA team, and I was fortunate enough to, I guess, make that team right out of like Timbits or like I think it was called Timbits back in the day, but now it's probably like just like Mites or something like that in the States.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was fortunate enough to make a team right out of there, and I just kind of stuck with that team like all the way up, and then I moved to play for the Marlies in Toronto. So definitely a pretty solid hockey organizations that I played for. So yeah, and then my parents are obviously really supportive, and they always drove me to the rink and stuff like that. So definitely give them a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't the Marlies like an AHL team now?
Uh
Or
there's a Toronto Marlboros team. They're the U6. They're like U16, U15, U
Yeah.
like they play out of
oh,
either GTHL or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
They're in
bad.
oh,
Toronto.
got
Yeah.
it, got it.
Have you always wanted to be a left wing, and was there any ever doubt in your position?
Yeah, well, I started off playing left wing just because, like, there was less defensive responsibility, I guess, and it was more offensive minded. But this year I actually switched to center. So now I'm actually a full time center, and I enjoyed, like, taking a bigger responsibility not only in the offensive zone, but also in the D zone and stuff like that, and try to make my game more of a complete, per se, 60 or two as a 200-foot player. So, yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Max and I are both goalies, so
Oh, shoot. Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
We, I mean, personally for me, I took me about like 3 years
Yeah,
till
yeah,
I'm
for
like, I want
sure.
to be a goalie, and then just
Yeah,
stuck
yeah,
with it ever since.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And how was the transition from a AAA team to a USHL team?
It was mainly the speed and strength, I think. You just gotta try to do your best in the summers to try and get a little bit stronger and faster in the short time window you have in the summer to get stronger. But I definitely think it was a pretty big jump in those categories, and I think that just getting used to it takes a little while. So once you get used to it, I think it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
When did you know you wanted oh my God. When did you know you wanted to take the USHL route?
Yeah, like I played in the States a bit a couple times at like a couple different college like showcase tournament type deals, but I think I got to see like college you get a little bit more time to develop rather than the OHL. So I think that definitely swayed me a bit, and since I'm kind of a bigger guy I need to work on my skating obviously. So I think that definitely helped me like choose the college route in the sense that it gives me a little more time to develop into my body. So I think that was the biggest reason.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So did you play against the USNDP? And if yes, how was it like playing against players like Jack Hughes and Alex Turcotte?
Yeah, we played them a couple times my first year at Central Illinois, and yeah, they're pretty special players. Obviously, I actually know Alex a little bit throughout like training in the summer a bit, and he's a really good guy. Obviously, a great hockey player. So yeah, it's fun playing against guys like that in USHL play.
Yeah, nice. One of my family friends, he also plays hockey, and one of his teammates from his high school left to go play for the USNDP.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's cool.
What would you consider your greatest strength that separates you from other centers?
I'd probably say on my vision, I think I can see the ice pretty well, but in all, I think learning the game and becoming a more 200-foot player would make me a better overall center. So I think just that and learning how to play a little bit better defense would make me a more complete player.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And how did it feel to represent your country for 6 games?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Obviously, throwing on like the country you grew up playing in's flag on the jersey, but yeah, I think that was a pretty cool experience. It sucked it was so short, but in all, it was a really good experience. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah. What tournament were you in for that? Was it
It
the
was
World
like
Juniors or?
U17s, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like I still it was so it's like there's 3 Canadian teams and the US team plays in it and there's a couple Swedish guys. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
For sure, yeah. What advice would you give to a younger center trying to make it to the next level?
I think just like keep working hard every day and definitely be open to coaching and get staying level headed. I think that a lot of guys that are younger think that like it's a little bit easier to make it to the next level. But I think if you just keep working and your willingness to not only work hard but also to learn the game, I think that's a huge thing in younger kids, and I think that's how you get to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And when did you realize that you had a chance of being drafted into the NHL?
Still really hasn't set in that much just because it's been a while since I've talked about it. But yeah, like it'd be obviously a cool experience. But I think that just got to keep sticking day to day and see what happens when it happens. You know?
Yeah, the NHL scouting has you at 123.
Yeah, I did see
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see your name on the list at least, and I think that definitely if that's where I get picked, that'd be great. But if not, it's not gonna really change how hard I work or something like that.
That's important, yeah. Were you at all expecting to go first round, first overall in the USHL Futures draft?
Yeah, like I think it was more of like just like finding a good place, and I know that CI was definitely like even though they kind of we lost a lot of games. I know that their coaches and stuff were willing to play a younger guy. I know that some teams you go in your first year and you don't really play a lot, and I thought that they were really good with giving me a ice as a younger kid. So I think that definitely I think the team fit where I wanted to go, and fortunate enough, I guess I was picked the first pick in the draft, but it doesn't really change too much, I guess. But it was pretty nice to see your name go first, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
That's nice. And how did it feel moving from the Central Illinois Flying Aces to the Dubuque Fighting Saints?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I think like realizing that you get a new shot with a new team was a little bit weird, but I think the Saints are probably I think they're the best organization in the USHL, if not the top two for sure. And I think that their coaches do a great job here. I know that we're always trying to get better, whether that be like in the gym or on the ice. And I think that I couldn't have asked for a better spot to go to.
That's cool. Yeah, is there like anyone that's signed to like an NHL contract there?
Yeah. We have a player on defense. His name's Braden Doyle, who's drafted to the Kings in the 5th round. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's cool to see guys like that you play against every day and stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you got to like over the course of your career so far? Have you got to choose your numbers like 19 and 77? Are they like assigned to you?
Yeah, 77 was my main number, but unfortunately, the Saints didn't actually go up to 77, so I just picked a number that I thought I liked at the time, which was 19, which I think I do like it a lot. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wear 30 because I'm a big fan of Henrik Lundqvist.
Okay, yeah. New York Rangers fan, Lundqvist. Yeah, he was good in the play-in series, but I think that the Rangers just got outplayed. But I don't think that it was Lundqvist's fault at all.
Yeah, I'm like I mean, you can't blame him for
Yeah,
most things. You can't blame him for not winning a cup. That's for sure.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
man.
Carolina's a good team. They
Yeah,
definitely
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, their defense is so deep that like there was a feature done by NHL Discussion on their Instagram page
yeah,
where they rank every single like defensive team and they rank them from 31 down to 1. 1 was the Carolina Hurricanes.
yeah,
And it's like they even had guys that were NHL regulars that didn't even make their top 6 on
yeah,
that
for
list.
sure.
It's insane.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And when did you decide to commit to the University of North Dakota and why did you decide to go there?
Yeah, I decided to go there just because I thought it was a great place to develop. Obviously, that's why I chose the college route. And I think that North Dakota is definitely speaks for itself with all the alumni and stuff that came out of there, like Brock Besser, guys like that, who go in. Obviously, they're like a couple of years and done, but I think that they do a great job of developing you and making you into a pro hockey player, which is eventually where I want to be.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I
Smart
didn't know
decision.
Brock Besser went to the University of North Dakota.
Yeah, Besser did, Taves, Kajula, um, yeah, there's a couple more. TJ Oshie, Troy Stetcher. Uh, there's a couple more. Like, yeah, but there's definitely
Wow.
big,
So they're
big.
Division 1?
Yeah, Nick Schmaltz too. Yeah, have you ever seen that goal North Dakota scored where it was all a bunch of those passing plays and then they went back door?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was with Besser. It was Besser, Kajula, and Schmaltz who all passed those around
Cool.
each other. Yeah.
I'll look it up. Don't really watch college
Okay.
highlights that much.
Yeah, college hits are always, really fun and big. I like college a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you have a specific pregame meal that you like to eat before games?
Yeah. Usually I try to eat chicken and rice or something like that just to get enough like what's it called carbohydrates in me before the game, and I try to eat it like
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours before.
Yeah, mine's pretty similar to that too.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually have like the 8:30 a.m. slot in my ice rink, so I just
Oh
grab a
shoot.
banana. That's it. Because I have to
Yeah.
be there at 7:30.
Yeah.
That's
Geez.
even worse. Yeah. And what is your goal to achieve in the coming years as a player?
Yeah. Hopefully I can lead or not, but like be in the part of the Saints this year. Obviously, I think that we could be a good team this year. Hopefully, to try and obviously win a Clark Cup this year with the Saints. And I think that in the next couple of years, I want to play at the University of North Dakota. Hopefully, we can win a championship there, and then hopefully after however many years I'm at North Dakota, I can move on and play pro hockey.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, my goal is just for now to do well in my high school team.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
short-term goals are obviously, I think they're the best ones to have because it just keeps you focused in the now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So far in your professional career, what would you call your biggest accomplishment?
I'd say probably just like my minor hockey career obviously was pretty solid, but I think that this year we were a really good team. I think that being a part of this team this last year was really good. Like I know we're gonna have a bunch of players from that team play pro hockey, whether it's the Jackson twins or it's Reese Gaber or it's Doyle who was drafted by the Kings. So I think that it was pretty special to be a part of this team this past year. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, for me, like a year ago, my team won the state championships.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and that was cool. And we got second place in districts.
okay.
Bad refereeing help.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, there was some guy on the other team pushed my teammate like on top of the puck in my crease.
Oh shoot.
That was a penalty shot and snipe blocker shoulder.
Oh shoot. That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. But my last question is, what is your favorite NHL team and who's your favorite player to watch?
Yeah, like I said before, Arizona is definitely my favorite team. Part of the reason why I like Arizona is I like Clayton Keller on AZ. I've been following him ever since he was on his first year at BU, and I think that yeah, definitely those two. That team is definitely my favorite team. So I'm actually looking forward to the 4:30 o'clock game versus Colorado. But you never know. Hopefully they can squeeze a couple wins in the series.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I already said, my favorite team is the New York Rangers, and
Yeah,
favorite
yeah,
player is definitely Henrik Lundqvist.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Although judging by it, it could be Alexi Lafreniere
Okay.
by the start of next season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you like to model yourself after any player in the league right now?
Like I've been watching a lot of Dubois. He's center on Columbus, or like a guy like Kirby Doc. Try to
Yeah,
play
I
like
got.
those guys. Obviously, they're two pretty solid players, and they're pretty good in the D zone. They're both center, so I try to like not only model my game after, but like try to take some stuff that they do in their game and put it in mine. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had the
my
TV on for the entire Columbus Tampa game. I wasn't watching all
Yeah,
of it, but I just
yeah,
had the TV on.
yeah. It's a long game.
8
I joined
periods.
in the third period. I was like mind blown.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, I went golfing at the end of regulation, and I actually watched the last overtime. So I missed a couple OTs, but I still saw the
You
win.
didn't
Yeah.
miss much. It was just
Oh
Corpus
yeah,
Solomon every single save possible.
yeah,
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
And also Vasilevsky standing on his head for Tampa.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like second overtime, they said a goal hasn't been scored in like 75 minutes. I'm like, yeah, we have no idea how much longer this would be.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, it was a long game. Yeah.
It was like 9:30, and the commentator goes, "The last goal was scored at 5:05:05."
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's this channel that does like the worst like baseball World Series or the worst Christmas NBA game.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
They should do the worst NHL round 1 playoff game.
Yeah. Jeez. Five OCs, but all the goals were in like the first two periods too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was
Definitely.
expecting my game. I was expecting my game to start at like midnight, and I'm like getting all my stuff ready on the couch to watch the Bruins
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I just open up Instagram, and it says that the game is delayed till this morning. I was
Um,
happy because I'd rather watch it like in the
yeah.
morning. Than
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was surprised when the game was that long, but yeah, I don't know if Columbus would have won that game. I don't know how Tampa would have responded in the next couple games, but yeah, definitely would have been a surprise if Columbus won that, considering Tampa outplayed them the whole game.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
on that
we'll
like
see them.
last play for the that led to the goal. There was the
Yeah,
shot. It hit someone in the face,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like he couldn't do
Pretty good spot.
anything.
Yeah,
And then Braden Point just hit it. Like the puck was like flat. It was like all sorts of wrong.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it was just shooting pucks, I guess. Yeah, it's just goalies retired, I'd assume. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a roller hockey game a few months ago. It went to 8 overtimes, and the game started at like 9 o'clock, and we were playing at like midnight. The
Oh,
refs were thinking about calling it off. We went through rain and snow, and
oh,
then the game didn't get canceled. And the worst part is one of my old goalie friends that I know, he ended up scoring the winner on
oh,
on my
shoot.
line. So I
Oh,
was like really mad about that.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That's tough, especially losing your buddy. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had during our playoff run a few years ago, there was a team that in the regular season they beat us like 11-1 or something. And then our coach figured out their strategy because he actually went to one of their games
yeah,
that they
yeah,
were playing, and he looked at their playing style, and then he figured it out.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
All
then
coaching,
we
yeah.
took it to overtime twice,
Oh
once
shoot.
in the playoffs and once in district playoffs, and we beat them both times. So that was actually fun.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
And then
Yeah.
we were apparently accused of having bantams on our Pee Wee team, which no, we
Oh
just
shoot.
have incredibly tall players.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Uh oh, that's my last question, Max. You have any other questions?
you got one more. being 6'4", do you find it more of a pro or a con?
I think it's a big pro in my opinion because it's a lot easier. I don't have to worry about getting like necessarily steamrolled and stuff like that in the corners. It's like a little bit easier. I have a little more room and my reach is a little bit longer. So I definitely see it as a pro for me. And yeah, but definitely it doesn't defeat like a 5'11" guy or something like that. Like it's just I guess it's like just luck almost. So yeah, I definitely like being 6'4". So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had this one tall guy on our team, and anytime we went to the boards, there was
Yeah.
always a penalty called against us
Oh,
because they thought like anytime he touched someone, they thought it was like a boarding or
yeah,
interference.
yeah. That always is what the minor hockey refs do all the time. It's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, a few years ago we had this incredibly tall. We had a really good player. He was also tall. Because we were like first year Pee Wees, he was a second year Pee Wee, so he had the extra height advantage
yeah.
over us. And like one time in a game, there was like a puck in the corner, and like he and some other player from the other team were racing towards it, and like they were pushing each other, trying to like get to the puck first. And obviously, my teammate, being the more physical player, being the taller player, um, like got him off balance, and the guy like went into the boards in an ugly way, and
Yeah.
then the refs didn't call anything. And then the second time it happened, and it was freak accidents. Like you
Yeah.
can't blame him for just doing what he's supposed to be doing. But the other team's coach just blew a lid and tried to fight our whole team.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we filed a complaint and got him suspended for like
Yeah, of
a couple
course.
games.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on,
Yeah,
guys.
this was great.
thanks for joining. I'll be rooting for Arizona.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for having me on,
I'll be
guys.
rooting for the University of North Dakota.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah. Yeah.
You good
Thank,
luck next season.
yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
good
Thanks for
luck.
having me on. Good luck in your podcast, guys. See ya.
All right, thank
See
you.
ya.